But especially this time of year, it ends up escaping right. Especially this time of year, it ends up escaping right.
Call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. Call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Lisa. Roll call, Lisa. Here.
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 Here. Here.
Move on to the approval of the agenda. Move on to the approval of the agenda. Move on to the approval of the agenda. Move on to the approval of the agenda.
I made the motion, please support. I made the motion.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Moraro?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Kramer?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. McGinnis?
Yes.
Mr. Potts?
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis?
Yes.
Mr. Potts?
Approval of minutes, regular meeting of February 21st, 2022. February 21st, 2022.
Motion to approve the regular minutes, regular meeting. February, approve the regular minutes, regular meeting. February, regular meeting, regular minutes, regular meeting. Regular meeting, February 21st, 2022. Support. February 21st, 2022. Support.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Approval of manifest 2022-05. Scott, did you have any questions? Scott, did you have any questions? Jeff?
I do, Madam Mayor. Page 1 of 8, Computer Expense Safety Skills LLC, 2022-23 Safety Training Program. I know it's study program we're doing online, correct, Rick? Yeah. Is that for the year?
Yeah.
For the year? 1990? Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Down from there, Northern Michigan, under Police Department, Northern Michigan University, consortium fee, $900.
That's a, let me see. I'll have to check on that one, I'm not sure.
Please do.
That one, yeah. I'll
Thank
have
you.
to check on that one, I'm not sure.
Page 2 of 8, Parker's Feed and Supply, there's numerous line items there, probably around 8, 10 of them. 4, for posts and seed and lawn seed. I'm wondering why we're buying posts and lawn seed in February, just a question.
I wonder if that's an old bill.
Guys, when you're set up, and guys, we do not set up office, and Stacy came, we have to get that office in Stacy.
Yeah,
Where, you know when they were from, Wolf?
probably from the,
You know when they were from, Wolf?
probably from the,
Okay. Thanks for following up on that for us. 3 of 8. I guess we're gonna talk about it tonight. Professional Services Trail Genius, $3,300. We'll have that discussion tonight. Down below, last 2 items, Communication Fund. Couple credits. Richard Warner and Shore Lakes Apartment.
What I have in there is seeing the 15 Mr. Warner has, he's gone,
Yeah.
and he's billed for all the months that he's been gone.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he's next to his budget.
Also, I'm assuming Strawberry Lake's the same kind of thing, assuming Doug. And I think that'll do me, thank you.
Rico?
Good.
I'm good. If there's no other questions, do I have a motion?
I move to approve manifest 2022-05 in the amount of $365,376.68.
Support.
Yes?
Mr. Kramer?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Potts?
Yes.
There was no previous questions.
Nope.
Anyone in the audience wishing to address the council on an agenda item only shall do so now at the podium. State your name, address for the record. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per person. We have nobody. We'll move on to appointments and presentations. Trail Genius Trail Marketing System.
Okay, thank you, Madam Mayor. We have Jason Morgan, he's actually representing two groups tonight, right? Parks and Recreation, City Parks and Rec, and also the BTN. And we have the final bill for the Trail Genius Marketing System. Councilmember Moraro brought it up. If you wanna, we wanted to show you what you were buying, so this is a comprehensive trail marking mapping system, and what we're gonna show you is what's out online. So, Jason, go ahead.
You go right to their website, and one of their top links right now is our trails. So you can click on that link, or you can type the address in. We have it embedded in our TTN site as well, and we'll work on getting it in the Norway site. So once you get there, you can zoom in on any trail. There's 360 photos that you can click on. Viewpoints,
Do you wanna-
intersections.
I can click around it.
So it's not on the Norway site as of yet? So it's
not on the Norway site.
Let's make that a priority since the taxpayers pay for it. Let's make that a priority.
Yeah, we have to get it out there.
This will allow, people that haven't been on the trail, or they're thinking about coming up here, they can click on those trails, look at the 360 photos. You can click on the trail, and the video will come up of trails, and the Trail Genius guy is actually riding every trail on there. Genius guy is actually riding every day on that, or bike path, so you can click on that.
That's every single trail in the city.
Yeah.
Yep, it's every single trail in the city.
Yeah, the dirt trails that we do, and then 7 miles of bike path.
Yep. So if you pull the map in, there we go. Pull the map in, so you can see we got it all the way out into Pierce Gorge, all the way out this area, and then, of course, all the way through by the golf course, properties out by the golf course, Marion Park, and we go up the highway, through the Mirror. So you can see it's got all of our trails. This is the trail that goes back behind the Spring Subdivision, and down through. Of course, we've got Strawberry Lake. And then off of Strawberry Lake up to, and back towards the ski hill area. So if you click on one of those, go ahead and click on one. A trail marking system. But what you also see is you get the information up there. Like you hit a segment, and then it'll show you the segment over here.
Nice.
Yeah. So what our plan is I've got it presented also to the Parks and Rec, and also the DDA, between our Mountain Media group, working group, the DDA, and of course our own, the webpage. We're gonna get it out into multiple spots.
Yeah. Once again, very important, I think, that we get it on the city website, so that we get it on.
The other side of that is incredible maps too, that are 6 copies. So there's the overview which shows both the north and south, and the breakouts, which is the north and south. So we've got a company, Great Big Graphics, is actually should be coming pretty soon, and then also they're gonna do small ones we can post at the intersection. You are here, small ones we can post at the intersection. Those will be nice, durable, small ones we can post at the intersection.
Well, Jason, those also have a marking system, don't they, like a numbering system? Those also have a marking
Letters
system.
on the south side of town, and the numbers on the north, so the trails, that way, somebody calls in, they're on a number trail here, right away, that's, okay, you're on the north side calls, and they're on, so it'll be a number trail here. A little easier to distinguish, I guess. We'll also get our, our old number system will go away, we'll re-sticker all of them. Match the current sticker.
Is it 3,300 to final billing?
That will be the final bill for that project, is the only thing that will be a $200. That will be the final bill for that project, is the only thing service, $200 fee.
Yearly?
Yeah, they maintain it.
If we add any trails, we want them added in.
Yeah, they maintain it.
Sure.
Fee for that trail, if we add any trails, we added, it'll be in the project.
Sure.
For like $400, so. We added,
We'll be seeing that yet, probably.
no, that's on that.
Oh, that's in there?
That's on that final, so.
We'll be seeing that yet.
Just as a reference, it's not,
that's in there.
it's on all, we added a chunk of trail.
Seeing that yet.
Just as a reference.
Well, again, Jace, thanks for your dedication and your, well, to all you and all your volunteers. Jace, we're glad I for one glad we support it.
I really appreciate it too. This is a great thing for our city, and to get people out to volunteer and do something for the city like this it's just amazing. We can't thank you guys enough for this. For the city like this, it's just amazing. We can't thank you guys enough for this.
One of the things I kind of want to point out is that there are communities, especially some communities that are close by, that they've been holding off on doing some of these projects, trying to get grant monies for it. You guys went off and they got to put in place, I mean, how many, about 26 miles? You guys went off and they got to put in place, I mean, how many, about 26 miles? Yeah, and I mean, that's huge that we got it out there and we're on the map, and I mean, that's huge that we got it out there and we're on the map. Yeah, sure, absolutely. That we got it out there and we're on the map.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
We'll move on to communications, resolution 2022-05, city manager separation agreement.
So, similar to what we did a number of months back with Mary Pollard, and we did her when she retired. We have a separation agreement just to formalize my retirement, and part of that separation agreement includes some hours for transition beyond April 29th. So, you know, we've been talking over the last month or two. I know Scott's going to be heading out, doing his guard duty, and I think there's also some synergy in this that, you know, I could also fill in for some oversight. Not so much on the operations, but we've got a couple projects coming up. I talked with Dan Stoltman a couple times now, and I wanted to make sure that he was comfortable. I didn't want to have him feel like I was hovering. I want to make sure he was comfortable with the support that I could give him, and he's going to take whatever I can give him. So he's got a really good attitude. He's going to take whatever. Anyway, what I wrote up was what I thought would cover us for the next number of months through the year.
That's not this, are we looking to approve that as well?
Yeah, that's in that agreement, actually. I put the hours in that agreement as well. Yeah, that's in that agreement, actually. I put the hours in that
I've
agreement.
seen it in the executive.
Yeah, it's in the executive. The only thing that might change is I have my current sick and vacation, and I have my probably a few days here and there. So that might go down. It won't go up, it will go down in the number. So that might go down. And we'll finalize that at the time. I know I've worked with Grant on the language. It's a pretty much standard language that we've used in a couple of different agreements. So pretty much standard. I don't know if you have any.
Not a lot of comment, folks. I mean, this is the same separation in principle that we use with Ms. Pollard. We used it in the past with employees that may not have left on the same positive terms, if you will. But it's generally just a standard agreement. You know, and one thing I would point out, frankly, Mr. Anderson, he just retire. It's representative of what he would be entitled to as far as the unused sick time, unused vacation payouts, et cetera. You know, he's including in their releases on his behalf as well, and some waivers as well. So it does have some mutually beneficial terms. Part that the council has to figure out and has been working through. I think that Mr. Anderson's been working with you guys on his willingness to stay on and around, if you will, how you want to structure that. 2A, Part 3 references kind of his proposal, his thought process. And I think it's very similar to what Ms. Pollard did when she left, and I think it's very kept her available, and I think she's been very valuable. I keep hearing whenever I pop in how valuable she is to have around, and when she does pop in, continues to speak volumes of her and her ability to still be a part of the team, if you will, with her willingness to be part of and guide the next the transition.
I think my main concern through the whole process was making sure that I didn't, again, I wanted Dan to feel comfortable. I didn't want him to be hanging around. Again, I wanted Dan to feel like, I didn't want oversight that's, you know, on a negative way. And, again, he's been nothing but gracious and accepting.
Very thoughtful.
Been nothing but gracious and
Do
accepting.
I have a motion?
Very thoughtful. Motion, we approve
Do I have a motion?
approval of employee separation agreement, resolution 2022-07.
City manager,
Resolution manager, 2022-07.
city manager. Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Anyone in the audience wishing to address the council on any item of interest shall do so now at the podium. State your name and address for the record. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per person. We'll move on to mayor council comments. Scott? We'll move on to mayor council comments. Scott? We'll move on to mayor council comments. Scott?
And there was stuff on there from the local maintenance or support or stuff on there. There's an arm that asked if that was a one-time thing or an arm that was passed. I can't remember what was it.
Those are monthly charges, I believe.
Okay, so
Those are monthly charges.
when they did the support, did they find
Those are monthly charges.
when they did they have not received anything, they find out.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Because we just haven't received anything and what they find in the reports.
Oh, you're talking about when they came in and looked through everything.
Yeah.
You're not talking about the month. Oh, you're talking about when they came in and looked through everything. You're not talking about the month. You're talking about when they came in and looked through everything.
Oh, was that the meter?
Are you talking about the shared meter text program?
Oh, was that the meter?
They go through audit our meters. Yeah, so we actually have found some issues. Yeah, got it rectified. Yeah, so we actually have.
Positive or negative cash flow?
Positive.
I'd like to see those numbers, cash flow. If you can get
What it
them.
was, right?
I'd like to see those numbers, cash flow. If you can get
I
them.
don't remember what it was.
Well, I know one in particular, they had a 3-phase meter that they were only collecting. And this goes back to when it was originally, when the building was originally built. And this goes back to when it was originally. It was incorrectly installed, and we were only collecting on one of the 3 phases. It was, we were getting a third of all, and we were only collecting on one of the 3 phases. And they picked that up. That was the first meter they checked.
The very first meter we went to.
So,
That was the first
how
meter
long,
they checked.
so is this an annual thing that they do that, or is this one time?
No, so it's 40 hours a year, okay, of support, and we did it for 40 hours a year.
So how long has this been charged? So how long has this cost?
20 years.
So this has been going on.
Am I wrong?
Oh, over 20 years.
Yeah. It's
So
a,
this is, my question on that would be,
Oh, over 20 years.
yeah.
what are we paying them for this one?
Well, we,
What are we paying?
This is, we weren't paying them. This is the first time. we
No,
did it.
we're paying them to do this.
We were paying them. This is the first time.
We're paying them to do this.
On the shared meter tech side? Yeah, we just signed up for that program, though, on the shared meter tech side.
Oh, so that hasn't been.
no,
That's how we
No,
cut,
this
that's how
was
we
the
got
first
it.
time
that's how we
got
caught
it.
it, yeah. That's how we caught it.
Just initiated it.
This was the first time we got it.
Yeah, so we've only spent like 8 hours worth of that 40 hours so far. So in that 8 hours, he audited the school and this other 3-phase meter. School's good, but this other 3-phase meter is only collecting 1/3 of that. which, I remember saying that it was his wage, at $3,000 annually, so we already recovered the cost for the first week off that $3,000. So I'll get you an exact number.
Yeah, I think what Mr. Pop's getting at is, Scott, this is a good thing, okay, but the deliverables, we need to see the deliverables, we need to see the data.
Did they find anything else when they went through everything?
They've only done some data so far.
Did they find anything? Didn't they do something else and go through all our records too? Did they find anything?
Not to the ship meter type program. And anything above and beyond that, I really don't.
Okay.
As far as what we do in our department, it's just the shared meter test. They do a lot of stuff for us, so we can do meter auditing. They tested all of our handheld volt meters, make sure they're all calibrated, which is pretty important. And they'll also do infrared testing, so we can take around and we look at hot spots, particularly on hydro. That's going to be a really nice tool to have. So we haven't done that stuff. We only had, like I said, about 8 hours of time with him so far. So we haven't done that stuff. He's got, like I said, I don't know, 15 utilities he's working for, so he just kind of makes the, he's got.
Yeah, just, it's some type of report.
Yep.
At the end of this 40 hours that we have, we can teach.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll get you that.
At the end of this 40 hours that we have.
Yeah, that infrared report, we did that with another company before.
Yeah.
We have to do that for
Yeah.
insurance. So we'll get that updated too. We have to do
And I
that.
know it's on the broken record,
So we'll
but,
get that
you know,
updated.
thank you, Mr. Anderson, for everything. It's getting real for you now. You know, it's a couple weeks away. I know we're
3 more meetings.
we're lucky enough to have you in our town today. After this, you know, I go
3 more meetings.
the multiple committees that are on there.
Did they hit you to say that? Did they get you to say that? Because every one of them said that to me. Did they hit you to say that?
I really appreciate it.
Because every one of them said that to me. Did they hit you to say that? I'll be around. Because every one of them said that to me. I'll be around.
Jeff?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Mr. Carlson mentioned before that, you know, the good term, leaving on good terms thing. You know, you still got a month to screw that up, so.
I know. My old man used to know
And again, thanks, Scott, echoing Scott, he speaks for all of us, you did a great job. We look forward to continue working with you here, you know, just not as often as before. I would like to say the sidewalks with all this rain and ice we had, you know, last week, and can't folks, we're afraid to put some extra salt out there, you know, down the, not only in your own, but cities, and we got, you know, mailmen and kids and dog walkers and things, so just a heads up on that, so thank you.
Yeah, a big thank you to the city crew. We had our daddy-daughter dance event on Saturday, and there were a lot of people that were anxious and worried about the ice and the rain, and we didn't really know what was going on, you know, as far as how bad it would get. But when we got back to town at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we saw these city trucks outstanding and salting, and back to town, it made everyone feel like really, you know, really good. That, you know, the streets and everything were gonna be good to go, so appreciate that, you know, the streets and everything were gonna be good to go, so.
I also, I want to thank the PTO. They put on this event for the kids at the school, the daddy-daughter dance. It's a great thing that goes on in our community. It's a great thing that's going on at our school. I think the PTO is just doing a wonderful job getting all this stuff together, and it's great for our little town, and getting all this stuff together. Norway's pretty great, and so is Norway School. Norway's pretty great, and so is Ray, thank you again, you know, for sticking it out with us. We gotta play the final bell, though. I've heard you say that before, yeah. And, I just wanna, say, you know, put out some prayers for the people in Ukraine. It's a sad situation. You know, put out some prayers for the people. Just sending prayers to all them people. Sad situation. Put out some prayers for the sending prayers to all them people. Sad situation. That's okay.
The Norway has the blood drive on Wednesday, and we're supposed to hear it on Wednesday, Norway, when they're making whatever we do, when we get it paid for, just, announce what it's more. The students and the staff at Norway High School do an excellent job. The students and the staff at Norway High School do everything they do. They keep, you know, they get way more participation in all the other areas. They get way more participation in all the other areas. So please consider them going, especially at this time. So please consider them.
Right?
The only thing I will mention is, first of all, I want to thank all this council and all the councils I've had. First of all, I want to thank all of them in the community, everyone, all the councils I've had. You know, I do appreciate all the support I've gotten over the years. And like my dad used to say, you gotta play to the whistle, so I've gotten over the years. I'm gonna be here, playing to the whistle, more for the daddy-daughter dance, having two daughters, that is a fantastic event. The daddy-daughter dance, having two daughters, that is fantastic. Be the first one to say that. Or maybe not the first, but definitely be the first one to say my personal experience. So thanks for the deal for that. Definitely be the first one to say my personal experience.
Oh, and one other thing I did want to touch on, got to go to Washington and got to do some talking out there for the city. It was a great experience. Got to have a nice sit-down meal with Jack Bergman. It was a good experience. Got to talk to him about a lot of different issues with the city. And I appreciate the years that I've got to go out there. And it's been great going with Ray. He's a great representative of the city, and he's shown me the ropes. So thank you. Grant.
I'll hold off on my praise of Mr. Anderson and my accolades, because he's not done yet, so we'll hold off. But since Mr. Morgan is here, I thought I'd embarrass him a little bit. He's not great at PR, sometimes I give him a little bit of grief. Mr. Morgan, and he's got about 2 or 3 other folks that have helped build these trails, and I know Colin Morgan is extremely appreciative, as has the community, for what he's spearheaded, because frankly, as Ray noted, Mr. Morgan is more of a doer than a talker. He doesn't wait around for things to get done, he just gets them done, which I think is a fine representation of our community. We don't wait around, we just do it. Right now, he's currently keeping up. There's fat tire bike trails on the whole crest area that he's grooming. The rain, I think, has hurt a little bit, but for anybody that hasn't gotten a fat tire biking, if you have one, it's a great way to see the winter and see it from a different perspective. But the reason I bring it up, and I'm going to cede my last 30 seconds to him, last year, if the community remembers, Mr. Morgan spearheaded the first OG Challenge locally here in the Norway community. It was the first of many race events, I believe, that we're hoping to take place. It was extremely well received, extremely well organized by he and his family, volunteers. And I believe that he has an announcement to make regarding this year's event and whether or not it's going to take place. Regarding this year's event and whether or not it's going to take place.
September 25th for the race. September 25th. Our goal is on the 24th. Partner on that weekend. Our event's going to start Saturday night and then run up to Sunday. A little change up. We'll have to start the same way we did last year, because that'll work really well. We're going to move the finish, hopefully back up every Strawberry Lake Park, so we'll stay for, there was a lot of congestion down there, so we'll stay for the event. There was a lot of congestion down there, we gave that, so hopefully everything moves forward.
Thanks again.
So the race date's September 25th.
September 25th.
Thanks again.
All right, thank you. The race date's
Thank
September
you.
25th.
Thanks again.
Thank you. The race
Do I have a
date's-
motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Yes?
Mr. Kramer?
Yes.
Mr. Manning?
Yes.
Mr. Morano?
Yes.
Mrs. Coffey?
Meeting adjourned.
Yes. You survived another one.
Meeting adjourned.
No worries.
Yes.
You were here. That was a great Zoom.
Meeting adjourned.
No worries. But the councilman, you were here. Order. Councilman.